thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the double game week 20 deadline stream. My name is Ryan from the Football Chatbox. Hope you are having a good day and welcome to the stream. Starting out, Shub Haran, how are you doing? This is my team. No hits from me at the moment, at least no hits. Let me reduce the volume. No hits from me, but let's see what you guys are all doing. Can't understand the moves, varying from free transfer to a -8. It's all over the spectrum, I can see. Ruhil, how are you doing? Hello Ryan, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing? And Roshan, how are you doing as well? Welcome. How is everyone doing? And what's everyone's chips, captaincies? Let me know in the poll. I've put a poll up as well, so let me know in the poll. And also, how many hits are you taking? Let me know as well. I've seen quite a lot of hits flying on Twitter. From the looks of it, all the way from a -4 to a -8 to a -12, and even some -16s. So don't worry if you're thinking you're the only one out there. Nope, you aren't. So yeah, how is everyone doing? And just let me know if the audios are fine, if they're okay. I think they should be fine. I'm just gonna check as well from here. Looks to be fine. Yeah, should be fine. All right, and also while you're at it, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button as well if you are new. Now, leagues, you're in the league as well. Make sure to join. If you are not in the league, make sure to join. X269WB is the code. Roshan is taking a -4. And Tin, how are you doing? Welcome. Tin with the goat sign right there. Audio's all good. That is great. Good news. Okay, so leagues, this is how the leagues are looking like. So make sure to join if you haven't joined. This panel team is doing insanely good. For a team that the panel, Football Chatbox panel, that we all decided to be one of our most riskiest teams, is currently performing really well and better than most of us in the panel as well. So yeah, that is doing pretty well. I had a good week, 66 points as well. Team delivered, except for captaincy Mitro, who unfortunate, but it is what it is. Salah to KDB, Cancelo to Ake Kanji, Mitrovic to Kane for a -8 versus Salah to KDB for a 1 free transfer. I like that. So I'm assuming if you want to bring Kane in, you have to kind of get rid of Cancelo. Is that the reason you have to go for a -8? It depends on how much risk you want to take. If you, I mean, Kane's a pretty good shout. I do like him, and I think his fixtures are good as well, which is why I went and got him in. But I did it for one free transfer. But I think after game week 20, okay, Fulham's a really good game. City obviously in 22 a bit tough, but then I kind of expect him to score given how City are defending. Now there is a possibility he gets a yellow and then misses the City game. That's a possibility. It is what it is. But I like the fixtures after as well, so I'm happy to kind of keep Kane for the long term. That's a long term move for me at least. So you need to assess what you really want. We can also, if you guys want, kind of like wait and see whether we'll get a double game week 21, any announcement. I highly doubt we're getting any double game week announcement for 21, but you never know. I don't think we'll get one, but we'll see. I will keep an eye out anyways, just for you guys. And leaks, I don't think we really need anything from Aston Villa. Oh, I don't think anyone's interested in Aston Villa. But yeah. Got 3.6 in the bank, just fall. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that move, to be honest. If you wanted to get Kane in. Mitro also isn't too bad. But then Mitro is playing Newcastle, and I wouldn't expect anything, to be honest. I would more expect your double Newcastle defenders to return more than Mitro to return. It's not a bad move. Just keep in mind there is that yellow card on Kane. Okay, let's have a look at yeah, the chances of a double game week 21 is looking very unlikely for especially Liverpool as well. So yeah. So let me know how everyone's doing, what moves you're making, what transfers you're considering, -8s, captaincies, decisions, who are you benching, any notable players. I'm benching White here, which is I don't mind benching him, looking at the rest of my team at the moment. Selim Mitrovic is always a double-edged sword. His stats are good. Yeah, that's the thing, right? His stats are good. He's coming back. I mean, I was a bit annoyed that he, like, if he was playing in that Chelsea game, I think he would have got some returns. So it was a bit annoying that he ended up getting the yellow, but it is what it is. And I won't be surprised if he does return. For those of you all who are also looking for a striker, right? And let's say you're looking for a striker, you can't afford Kane, and you don't really want to buy Martial, but you still kind of want a striker because you have Darwin and Darwin is out. Tony is a pretty good option. Tony is supposed to be fit and supposed to actually be starting according to their manager. So good fixtures. So pretty good option if you wanted a player, if you wanted a striker and you couldn't get a Kane, and you didn't want to risk Martial as well, and you had a Darwin Núñez that you kind of need to figure out what to do with him. So that is a possibility for anyone who's looking as well. There is, however, the possibility. I think it was Brentford's fixture could possibly move forward, if I'm not mistaken. Like, this fixture might not happen in game week 25. So I'm not sure. I have to check again what Brentford's statement was with regards to this possibly moving forward to game week 22 as a possibility. I think, I don't remember. So just keep in mind with regards to that as well. If United obviously do win their game against Forest. Let's bring it back to the thing. Rosu, how are you doing? Ferguson and Mitoma, who to bench and who to play? Ooh, tough question. I would probably play Mitoma just because the extra point for the midfielder, you know. So Mitoma would be the one I would probably play. Chances of Brighton double soon. Brighton double, I don't know. It's looking very unlikely at this moment. From everything I've like read from Ben Krellin's thing, from listening to Planet FPL as well from James, um, it's hard to tell. It's very dependent on the EFL Cup fixtures and the FA Cup as well. So we kind of had to wait and see in terms of what's going to happen. The cup fixtures are things that kind of we need to try and understand. At the moment, it doesn't seem like Brighton's double is happening anytime soon, at least for now, but we never know. Roshan has put his team: Edison, Cancelo, Trippier, Cucurella, Shaw, KDB, Martinelli, Odegaard, Rashford, Haaland, Martial, Benches, Ward, Mitro, Almiron, and Bueno. Ooh. I would probably bench Cucurella and start Mitro or Almiron. That is probably what I would do. It's just that I look at Chelsea right now and I'm like, it doesn't fill me with confidence at all. So yeah, I'd probably start one of those attackers over Cucurella. With Nunes injured, selling Salah doesn't sit right with me. Salah is going to get high chances or high XG. Yep, fair enough. Salah is now probably going to play a striker, given that they don't have a striker. So that is a fair statement. And obviously, Liverpool do play Brighton this week, but that's the thing, right? Liverpool do play Brighton. Brighton aren't a bad team. So it depends on how much. I think Salah still gets good opportunities. Like if Salah was going to get a double in 21, then selling him makes a bit more harder. To be honest, very hard to do that. But at the moment, at the moment, we don't know whether they're getting a double in 21 or not. That's the only problem. But actually, to be honest, I'm also happy for people to do Salah to KDB, and then if we do get news of a double in 21, I mean, we can swap KDB back to Salah after as well. I don't mind people doing that actually. Swap Salah to KDB is a good run. So yeah, I think it could work out, to be honest. Now, here's the thing, right? The fixtures for City aren't the best, I'll tell you that. And obviously we can't guarantee whether KDB will return or not, but over 2 games, at least you're expecting something, right? I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll see. I think the United fixture is pretty hard. The Spurs fixture, Spurs are seemingly very weak down the middle, so maybe a decent game for KDB in that as well. So there is a possibility KDB could be good. James, I tweeted you. Okay, let's have a look. I will check. Okay, I've got James's team. Let me bring it up. Okay, hold on, James. Give me a second. Open. Yep. Alright, so this is James and his team. Let me bring it. Take this up. Let me bring up the chat because I tend to lose it. This is James's team. And basically, you got Sanchez, Cancelo, Trippier, Saliba. How do you still have Gomez, James? De Bruyne, Martinelli, Almiron, Rashford. Midfield is solid. Martial and Darwin and Haaland. Okay, so 3.5 million in the bank. You can do Darwin to Kane straight away, right? With that move, you could probably do Darwin to Kane. Dom, how are you doing? Welcome. You can probably do Darwin to Kane if you wanted to. Oh, you have 2 free transfers as well, which is good. You could do with your other free transfer. I feel like Martial is in a don't buy, don't sell situation. Cancelo to Shaw. Yeah, Cancelo to Shaw is not a bad move. You can do Cancelo to Shaw. That's not a bad move as well. Or Gomez to Shaw as well if you wanted to, but I don't know if you have the funds to be able to do Darwin to Kane and then Cancelo to Shaw. I mean, Gomez to Shaw. So you probably do Cancelo to Shaw and Darwin to Kane. Then -4 for Ward to Edison. Nah, I don't think who is Ward playing again? Let me just check the fixture again. Forest, no? I mean, there is a chance that Leicester do keep a clean sheet. I don't know if it's worth a -4, that one, to be honest. Do you see Edison keeping a clean sheet in one of the fixtures? If you do see Edison keeping a clean sheet, I mean, ideally for that -4 to pay off, you need to have Edison getting 2 clean sheets. Because there is a chance that Ward does keep a clean sheet against Forest. So I'll let you make the call on that. That isn't really a necessary move. Rank 10 in the mini league. Suggestions, please. Let's have a look at Shubharan's team as well. VL, how are you doing? What's up, Chatbox lad? How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay, let's have a look at Shubharan's team. Those of you who haven't joined the mini league, make sure you do so. League code is right down, X269WB. And also, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are 21 subscribers away from 500 subscribers. So make sure you hit the sub button, let your friends know, all of that good stuff. Okay, Shubharan's team. How much did you say in the bank? 3.6. And 1 free transfer. So your situation is, if you wanted Kane, it'll have to do Mitrovic to Kane, and then you'll have to downgrade Cancelo, would it? Unless you did a Salah to KDB, if you wanted that as well. That's a possibility. Oh, you go for Kane. What are you thinking, Shubharan? If you want to keep Salah, you can probably keep Salah. Now he is basically the one who's going to be playing striker. Which would then mean you probably have to do like a Mitrovic to Kane and then downgrade Cancelo. You could downgrade Cancelo to a City defender if you wanted to, but I don't see them really keeping a clean sheet, and Stones is now out as well. You could move to a double Newcastle defense in Botman and Trippier. That's a possibility. Or you could just play Cancelo, but then you won't be able to get Kane. Let me know your thoughts. The other thing is, you could also, I don't know if this is possible. I wonder if you can downgrade Mason Mount to someone slightly cheaper than Mason Mount, right? I mean, someone slightly cheaper than Mason Mount, if it's possible. I don't know who, but that's a possible move as well. And then upgrade Mitro to Kane. That is something that can be done as well. I mean, you could go Mahrez, but I really wouldn't recommend, because I don't really trust Mahrez, to be honest. But I mean, I think his price is pretty decent. Oh, it's 7.5. It's not much of a difference. Maybe you can find someone else. That is another move you can probably try and do. Okay, let's have a look at Dom's team. 89. Let's have a look. Alright, Dom's team is up, and then after that we'll have a look at VL as well. I'm thinking of captaining Rashford. Fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't put you off it. I think he's a pretty good option as well this week. He is chasing a record, so if United do get a penalty and he hasn't scored yet, I would expect him to take the penalty. Could you help me out, please? Thinking Darwin to Kane and cancelled Akanji or Botman for -4, or maybe Doherty. Yep, fair enough. That makes sense. You could do Akanji or Botman. You can do Akanji just because of the fact that City will potentially have that double in 23 as well. So you're getting another double, and also they don't blank in 25. So you could probably do the City move. It's just that I don't see them keeping a clean sheet in both of these doubles, but there is a possibility they keep a clean sheet in the Tottenham game even. So I mean, I don't mind a City player, Cancelo to an Akanji. And then obviously you have them for 23 and also 25. They play and they don't blank. So that's not a bad move. I currently have 5 double game week players: Cancelo, KDB, Rashford, Kulusevski, and Haaland. Do I need to take hits to bring any more, or am I good? I heard Saka might be injured. Arteta did say that Saka maybe maybe he might start. He didn't really say he will start, or he didn't really say he'll be out. So he didn't really give us anything pretty helpful, but doesn't seem like he's fully out. But 5 double game week players are not too bad. Do you have any free transfers, VL? If you have your free transfers, let me know, and then let me know how much money in the bank you have. But if you have 5 to 6 double game weekers this week, it's actually pretty good. I think a lot of people will have that number. Zachariah, how are you doing? Thinking of Captain Rashford as well. Yep, I don't mind it too much, to be honest. Cover all big hitters with a -8 versus a free transfer for KDB and hope Kane doesn't punish me. Okay, if you're trying to think like that, have a look at your if you go to live FPL, you can kind of see what players are actually taking your rank down significantly. For me, when Kane had that like 16 pointer, he was my main guy who took my rank down, or at least he was the reason my green arrow wasn't as big as it could have been, because he scored quite a lot. So Kane was like one of my threats that I didn't have, so I ended up getting him in because I still like the fixtures after as well, even though he could potentially get a yellow card. Spurs are going to counter City with a low block. Son, a good option. Son, I don't really trust at the moment. He hasn't looked good at the moment from Spurs. I just like Kane, just because of like set pieces, penalties, and all of that. Kane just seems like a better option at the moment. Son, will have to wait and see. Already used my free transfer. Thanks for the advice. No worries. Zachariah, how are you doing? How's your day been? And is your team looking good? So yeah, this was Dom's team. Now this is what the team looks for me. Let's actually go back to the league. This is my team currently. Obviously Martial flagged, but Martial right now is in a don't buy, don't sell kind of situation, because he did train from the looks of it. It's just that he needs to be assessed tomorrow before anything. Okay, now some expected points for double game week 20, if anyone's looking. This seems, I don't know how Zaha is this high. I didn't even expect Zaha to be third highest, to be honest, but it seems like he's third highest. I would have honestly expected Rashford to be way higher than what he is right now. So I'm not sure why it's like this, but it is what it is, and I don't know why Rashford has 69 minutes. I'd probably expect Rashford's minutes to be way higher than this. So I don't know why it's like, if I was to increase Rashford's minutes to say 80 at least, or let's go 75. I mean, 80 brings him up to 8.1, which is not too bad. Kane is also high. Son is pretty high. Edison is there. Interesting that the Palace lads are pretty high. I don't know if that's because it's like, they're playing Chelsea, isn't it? Palace. Yes, I don't know if that's because just Chelsea are looking poor. Darwin to Watkins, Nico to Perisic. 2 free transfers. Rate my team first in the league. Rotate between White and Perisic. Instead of going for Perisic, can't you just go for Doherty instead? Way more cheaper, isn't it? Wouldn't that be a slightly better option? So Darwin to, who was it again? Watkins. Ooh, Darwin to Watkins. Very interesting call there. And then Nico to Perisic. What is the thinking behind Watkins? Is it that you're expecting him to do well? Oh, is it that you're just looking for a single game week striker? Would Tony be a decent option as well? Darwin to Tony maybe? Good fixtures for Tony. Let me know what you think, Sakurai. You're actually doing pretty well, so I just want to hear what you're thinking. I mean, you're top 3K in the world, so you're doing something right. So let me know what you think. Shubharan says EO 40 for KDB, Kane 38 seems like a -8. Kane versus KDB expected points. Yes, let's have a look. Keep in mind this is a free model, by the way, so it's not the actual data. I should probably look at the actual data model. I'll have a look at it, but this is what it's looking like right now. Let me see if I can get Fantasy Football Scouts rate my team, because I don't have the data model of review. Players. Here we go. Let me bring this up for you guys if I can. Give me a second. How do I change this up? Okay, I can't change it up. Okay, this is what it is. This is rate my team from Fantasy Football Scout. It's got De Bruyne second highest and Kane the third highest. Kane at 8.3, KDB at 10.19, and obviously Haaland right on top. It's got Fernandes at fourth. Very interesting. So that's how the expected points are there for Fantasy Football Scout. Review also looks very similar. It's got KDB high, but it's got Zaha high here for some reason. So I don't understand that. Mike, how are you doing? Welcome. Ake in for Cancelo. Ooh. Let me have a look on that. I mean, that's possible, just because of the fact that Stones is not available for the first game. Okay, so Pep Guardiola has gone and praised Ake as well. So actually, could be an option. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, Ake is not a bad shout. I'm just looking at like predictions for City and whatnot. Ake is not a bad shout. It's either Ake or Akanji. Now, Ake is good in ball progression, but in the air, yeah, I think Ake would be good for the United game. So, not a bad shot, Mike. Is Tony still flagged? No. Tony is playing. He has been told that he will play the game tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Was it tomorrow? Sorry. Yes. Tony is fit, and Tony is supposed to be starting as well. That's what we got from the press conference news. Good fixtures for Watkins. Fair enough. That makes sense. Do you think I will be punished if I captain Rashford instead of Haaland? It depends on how. If Haaland scores quite a bit, then yes. In my head, it feels like a very tight call, to be honest, between the two, and I kind of expect very tight in terms of points as well. I won't be surprised if Rashford does slightly outscore Haaland, but it depends on how much risk you want to take. Now, worst case scenario, it happens like what happened to me. when I captained Salah in game week 9 and Salah returned only 5 points. And Haaland went and scored like 23 points. That was brutal. So that's worst case scenario. Now I don't think that same thing will happen this time. But if you want to play it safe, then you can go Haaland. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to be too much of a difference. I do like Rashford as an option as well. Frees up Darwin to Kane. Okay, yeah. Then that's not a bad move, Mike. If you can do that, yeah, I don't mind that. Watkins, let me have a look at these Watkins fixtures. Is this only for 3 game weeks you're looking? Or are you willing to bench him for these 2? To be honest, you could probably play him against City as well. You never know at this point. These are pretty good fixtures. Yeah, these 4 are also pretty good. Because you look at the teams and their defensive performances right now, these are even Chelsea is pretty good right now. Yep. Fair enough. It's just these 2 fixtures. The only thing is Aston Villa, I don't know, man. I am not always convinced by Aston Villa. But, I mean, you could try it out and see. I didn't captain Haaland against United the first time and I regretted it. Yep. Here I am now trying to regain rank after that incident. Dalot isn't playing. Is Varane and Martinez back? I think Varane and Martinez should be back. And instead of Dalot, I think it'll be Wan-Bissaka. There is a possibility Dalot does play the second leg. The Crystal Palace game. But yeah, I think Varane and Martinez should be fine. There wasn't anything mentioned about them in terms of injury. Is Kane necessary? Getting him would destroy my team structure. If getting him would destroy a team structure, then he's not necessary. No. It's not worth it at the expense of destroying your team structure. If you can do it in 1 free transfer or in 2 moves, then yeah, it's fine. But I would not destroy your team structure to try and get him in. Best defender under 4.6 million, says Reeve. Also, Nanje, welcome. And Reeve, welcome as well to the football chat box. Best defender under 4.6. How much is Botman? Has Botman gone up in price? Let's have a look. Botman's still 4.5. I mean, you wanted a defender under 4.6. Botman. Apart from that, yeah, Botman. Botman, definitely. To be honest, this guy was good before the World Cup. Now it's a bit questionable because we don't know Leicester on and up. But Botman fixtures are pretty good. Keep in mind though, they will blank in game week 25 by the looks of it. But like the next 4 are solid fixtures. I would get Doherty for 4.6. He plays so attacking. True, you could get Doherty, but it's just that the returns. This week you won't have returns. Next week you will. You will definitely have. Clean sheet returns are the only issue that I'm having. But it's not a bad shout for Fulham. Oh, Fulham away. You could punt on it, but I like Botman quite a lot as well. Unless you already have double Newcastle, then yes, Doherty is pretty good. Mount and Cancelo for Mahrez and Ake. Thanks and great stream. Thank you, Nanje. Yeah, if you can do that, yes. That's not a bad set of moves. Nanje. Mahrez, man. Mahrez, I have been burnt by Mahrez so much that I have actually put him on my troll list. He's basically solidly up there on my troll list. Players I will not touch because I've been burnt so much. But yeah, you could get Mahrez. He is playing well at the moment. It's not a bad set of moves. Compared to Mount, Right now, I think Mar is a significant upgrade. And then obviously Cancelo, we don't know about minutes, so Ake is actually pretty decent. I'll probably get Doherty for the bench because I got Botman already. Fair enough. Then yeah, if you have Botman already, if you have Botman already, who's in your defense, Reeve? If you don't mind me asking, because then you don't really need. I mean, if you have 4 playing defenders max, I think that's enough. Your 5th defender can be someone like a Bueno, to be honest. You don't need 5 playing defenders. But if you have only 3 playing defenders, then Doherty, yeah, it's not a bad shot. And you get to play for the double as well. Interesting. Rashford is also pretty highly captained from what I looking at the polls that's going on right now. Triple cap Haaland, let's go. Sander! Nice. Good luck. I hope he doesn't score against United, just because I want United to win. I mean, he can score 1 as long as United win. But, I mean, he can do whatever he wants against Spurs. Let's see how it goes. I'll be very interested to see how many people actually triple captain Haaland and all of that. And for those who are not triple captain Haaland, when do you plan on using it? Are you guys gonna just wait and see what fixtures play out, or do you have like a set fixture that you're planning, stuff like that? Let me know. A bit sad as a United fan. Ooh. See, that's why I'm not triple captaining, because I don't think he'll haul as what he did compared to the last fixture against United. But you never know. Never know. I mean, here's the thing. If United win, you're happy. Even if Haaland does go. I'm just sharing the stream on Twitter as well. I'm so torn between wait, are you triple captain this week? Asked Mike. No, I am not on a triple captain this week. I am just on a captaincy, no triple captain. I feel like there'll be a better time to triple captain. I did wildcard this week. Ooh. And my defense is Botman, Trippier, and Shaw. Then on the bench, I got Gabriel and Doherty. 5 defenders. How much money in the bank do you have? You could surely like adjust it slightly. Like, I think Doherty is not. I mean, you've already got 4 playing defenders, 4 good playing defenders. I don't know if you want 5 good playing defenders, because I feel like you'll need that money elsewhere. So I don't know if that's actually needed. What's a good rank to aim for this season? I'm at 101k. Geez, almost there in the top 100k. Okay, so a good rank if you're near the top 100k. I would say play it out as it goes. Like, try and set targets. So if you're at the top 100k or edging near the top 100k, first try and get into top 100k. Then try and get into top 75k, right? See how that goes. After that, set it to top 50k. If you can get top 50k, then try for top 20k. And then obviously it gets harder. So then after that, try your best to get into the top 10k. But for now, try and aim top 75k if you can, and then cut that down to 50k once you hit that. I'm so torn between Haaland and Rashford captaincy. My gut is telling me Rashford, my mind is telling me Haaland. If you're torn, just play it safe and go Haaland. If you're torn, I mean, there is a possibility, but I don't know. If you own both, yeah, I understand what you feel like, because I'm also like kind of in that situation, but I'm just gonna play it safe at the moment and just go Haaland at the moment. I have Rashford, Shaw, KDB, Haaland, Cancelo as double game week players. Now I have Mount, Darwin, Mitro to sell, but don't know whom to. I have 2 free transfer, whom to take as third Man United player, Kane, Kulusevski, or Kulusevski plus Tony. Ooh. The thing with also, Shubham, welcome. I don't, the thing with Kulusevski is, I know Conte said he is more ready to play, but he also at the same side said he didn't want to risk him. So I wouldn't really move in to get Kulusevski. In terms of a third United player, to be honest, I don't think you need 3 United players, because I was looking at Martial and I'm like, now I wouldn't really suggest anyone to buy him just because of that injury scare, which is slightly annoying. Others, I thought he would have been a pretty decent option. So even 2 United players in Rashford and Shaw is not too bad. If you actually wanted, you could probably go for Fernandes, but he might be too expensive. So just the 2 in Rashford and Shaw is not bad. I mean, the thing with Kulusevski is the only, like, Kane is good. Kulusevski, I don't know. He's not guaranteed 90 at the moment, or at least from the press conferences, didn't seem like he was guaranteed 90. Probably just stick with Haaland. Fair enough. I have 0 in the bank, and my playing team is Edison, Botman, Trippier, Shaw, De Bruyne, Amaran, Odegaard, Rashford, Tony, Haaland, Kane. Bench is Ward, Gabriel, Andreas, Doherty. That's my wildcard. If you ever wanted to upgrade that team, I think it's the midfield that's the thing, right? You might want to change your midfield occasionally and you might be struggling for money. In your specific case, I would try and keep some money in the bank. Like, I wouldn't really want to go Doherty all in. Like, depends on how much you see yourself using Doherty. And also, like, Gabriel, you could play Gabriel, or you could go and get Ben White as well. That's not a bad shout. But if you wanted Gabriel's attacking set piece threat, then it's fine as well. But yeah, I would try and keep slight amount of money in the bank. That's just my thinking. That's why. Also, because there will be more doubles upcoming, you kind of want the flexibility to adjust and kind of like have a buffer in terms of price rises to account for like price rises, price falls that would happen. Adnan, how are you doing? Castanhe over Cancelo. You mean to bring in or to start? If it's to start, I would see. Now, I benched Cancelo last week. That was a single game week. This one, I actually don't mind risking playing Cancelo. Just because I look at it, I'm going, Stones is also not fit for the derby. Maybe there's a chance Cancelo gets something to play. I don't know. So in this one specific situation, I don't mind risking and playing Cancelo and see what happens. The other thing is, there are still like doubles to come. 22 potentially for another United double. Potentially, we don't know yet. There'll be a blank in 25. So you guys need to be like slightly flexible to be able to adjust according to those stuff. And then obviously in 28, 29, there will be a few doubles as well. I think there'll be a free hit week as well. I don't know if that was 28 or 29. I need to go and watch, like check back that information. Also, for those of you who are new, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button, because we're trying to get to 500 subs and we're only 21 subs away. So make sure to hit that subscribe button as well while you're at it. And yeah, obviously, feel free to ask questions and vote in the poll as well as to who you are captaining. Let me see if I can get you guys some. I don't think I'll have predictions, but let me try and find it. Mm. Doo-doo-doo. Hmm. Nope. Can't find it. Alright. Cool. I'm trying to find like predictions in terms of City starting, but I mean there is a few options. Here we go. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Let's try anyways. This is City starting prediction lineup from Emma at Jump the Wave. The ones that you guys can't properly see. There we go. That kind of fits in for everyone. Edison to start. Now this is let me check what fixture game this was. This was prediction for City versus United. Cancel of 5%. Damn, only 1% expecting cancel to start. That's how bad it is. Laporte, Walker has a decent amount. Ake, Rodri, ADB, Silva, Alan, Grealish, and Maris. And Akanji and Luis. Interesting. And then yeah, there are a few other teams as well. So let me know what you guys want to see in terms of some prediction lineups. We can try and get. There are a few other teams, not every team though, but yeah. Let me bring it up again. My team. Yeah, so that was the predictions. Judging by my team, who would you captain? By the way, thanks for the advice. No worries. Judging by your team, who would you captain? I mean, I would captain Haaland, to be honest. If you want to play it safe. If you want to play it risky, or well, not fully risky, but somewhat risky, then I would captain Rashford. Those are the two players for this week. But at the moment, safe one is probably Haaland. And especially if you where who was near the top 100k? Was it? No. Was it Nanje? Who was near the top 100k? Oh, I missed it. Damn. Oh, that was Nanje who was near top 100k. I would captain Haaland. Depends on where you're in terms of rank as well. If you're like way too far, then you can try and take a risk in terms of Rashford. But yeah. City has only two left-footed centre backs, Ake and Laporte, right? Yes, if I'm not mistaken, that is correct. Which is why there's a chance that Ake plays. If they play like a back three, right? There's a chance that Ake plays at left centre back spot. Left centre back spot. Should I transfer out Mitro to Tony for Kane? I wouldn't transfer out Tony. At the moment, I would keep Tony just because the fixtures look good for Tony. And also, we now know he's going to start. So, I would keep Tony. If you wanted to get Kane, I would transfer Mitro out, to be honest. And also, Kaden, welcome to the Football Chatbox. I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's try and see whether we can get some other information. Okay, so there is. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how. Take this with a pinch of salt. That's what I'm going to show you. And I don't know how true it is and whatnot. But this I've just seen it on Twitter, so take that with a pinch of salt. I have no idea whether the sources are actually reliable, for that matter. But yeah. This is a potential formation against United apparently. Can I see this? Wait, is Laporte even playing? Is Laporte fit? Let me have a look. Stones is not playing, so this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Ignore me. Ignore me. Stones is not available. Should we move to 3 with a canceller downgrade 3-5-2 formation? KDB, Haaland, Kane. That would depend on your team. It depends on your team structure and how much surgery you probably need to do to move to like a 3 like that. Evan, how are you doing? Welcome. You probably got this question a lot. Ake or Kanji? I mean, Akanji has the better like minutes. Ake is also not too bad since Pep seems to have been praising him recently in terms of his ball playing ability. So Ake is not a bad shout. Let me actually have a look in some terms of Ake and his predictions. I'm just looking for predictions just to kind of like get you guys at I mean, Ake is not a bad shout, to be honest. I'm just having a look at like Luke and all of them because they have really good like this thing. The thing with we kind of have to keep in mind that Stones will be back as well. No, is Stones out for long term? No, that's the thing. You kind of have to keep in mind that Stones will be back. So when you look at it that way, I like Akanji slightly more because Akanji's minutes in general is like pretty more solid, to be honest, compared to Nathan Ake. Ake gets like on and off minutes at times. So I don't know. It depends. Like Akanji's minutes are slightly more better by the looks of things. So I don't mind being slightly safe and going for Akanji, if anything. Because Stones doesn't seem like he's out long term. Should I triple captain Haaland for game week 20 or wait for game week 23? Game week 23 Manchester City versus Aston Villa and Arsenal. Okay, with the triple captain, I'll ask you this. If you think Haaland or anyone else you want to triple captain can score more, can haul huge against United and Spurs, then go ahead and triple captain. Me personally, I think there'll be a better week for either Haaland or anyone else, to be honest, for triple captaincy. So at the moment, I'm not doing it, but I can see a case for actually doing it as well if you wanted to do it. Between Doherty and Perisic, says Zachariah. For which one is this? Siberian Tiger, welcome. Butts up, selling Trossard for Casemiro, worth it. Can you sell Trossard for someone else? Like a Mitoma if you wanted to, or here's the thing. I know Casemiro has been getting on the end of a few chances recently, but I wouldn't expect that to happen continuously. I'm sure you can find someone better. Like even Trossard for Martin Odegaard isn't a bad shout. Maybe not at the moment though, because the fixtures are tough, but in general, I'm saying. Connor has gone with triple captain Rashford locked and loaded. Look at that. I'm very interested to see that. Chancellor was horrific against Southampton, at fault for first goal for sure. Indeed. Jamzam, welcome. And Bora, welcome. Osama, welcome as well. Jamzam has said, what to do with Martial? Keep or sell for Tony or Wilson? Martial is right now in the don't buy don't sell category. He did train today. So it doesn't mean that he's completely out. They kind of have to assess tomorrow and see what happens. So don't buy, don't sell, and obviously start at the moment and just play with, see how it goes. Bora, how are you doing? Start Bueno or White? Generally, Spurs do have a good. In general, Spurs do have good results against Arsenal when they're playing at home. Bueno or White? I would probably start Ben White and hope that the Spurs game goes 0-0 till like 60 to 65 minutes, and then Ben White gets taken off. I don't mind that and just play with that risk. So maybe you could try starting Ben White. End of the day, Ben White does play for the better team. So start maybe Ben White and see how it goes. See how it goes. I'll probably do something like that. Osama says, bro, would you do this? Marcia, Zaha, and White, or Tony, Almiron, and Shaw? Enjoying your content, by the way. I'm on a wildcard. Ooh, on a wildcard. On a wildcard, I would like Tony, Almiron, and Shaw. But at the same time, I would try and fit in White if you can, just to get an Arsenal defender in. If you can as well. If you can get an Arsenal defender in, I would try and do that as well. Zaha, I don't really like. His fixtures after also pretty bad. I mean, he could potentially do well in this double, but after the fixtures are not too good. Martial at the moment is carrying a slight injury, so it's very hard to actually suggest him when we don't know what his injury status. He seems to have a niggle, so it's a bit of a problem. Who would your 3 defenders on a free hit be? On a free hit for double game week 20, my 3 defenders would be Shaw, Trippier, and so it's very hard to pick the the third defender. Shaw, Trippier, and hold on, let's see. See, this is the thing, right? It's so hard to tell. The defenders aren't really great at the moment. I mean, I don't mind. You kind of had to make the most of it and get another double, right? Because if you are playing a free hit, you want to maximize, then I would probably go with another double game week player. Potentially Akanji or Doherty. Maybe Doherty just because minutes are slightly more confirmed kind of thing. So maybe Doherty. But yeah, the third defender is a bit of an annoying thing to pick. Salah KDB -4 or Andres Demares -4. Personally think there is way more upside to having Salah. Yeah, that could be true. And Mahrez than KDB and Martinelli can move Mahrez to Odegaard, Saka, Game Week 22. Wait. Are you saying Andres to Mahrez -4 or was that Martinelli to Mahrez -4? Alex. And also Alex, welcome. Yeah, I see your point in having upside on keeping Salah. I agree with that as well. Big Nose Maki, how are you doing? Who is the ideal Man City defender? Right now, it's got to be between Akanji and Ake. I'm slightly leaning towards Akanji just because of the minutes kind of thing, but I mean, Ake also not too bad. Evan says, should I start White or Mitrovic? I don't think White will get a clean sheet, and I don't think Mitrovic should score. That's the hard one, no? See, in these kind of situations, I always say go with the attacker. So go with Mitrovic and see what happens. Usually I say go with the attacker. There have been few instances where I've gone with the defender and it's kind of paid off, but most cases I say go with the attacker. Sean, how are you doing? Glad to join your stream today. What do you think of playing Mbeumo? Will you start him, Andres or Mbeumo? Ooh. Mbeumo is another player who is on my official troll list who trolled me. But I can see why you'd want him because he's been playing pretty decently recently. But Tony is back. That's something we kind of have to consider. Andres or Bueno? Probably wouldn't go for Bueno. Now it's between Andres. He's playing Newcastle. Nope. Okay, so Mbeumo it is. He will be the one to start. Rian, how are you doing? Any news on doubles for Gameweek 21? Nothing at the moment as far as I can see. No. Looking. Nope, no news. No news on doubles at the moment for Gameweek 21. It's looking very unlikely that a double will happen in Gameweek 21 at the moment. But yeah, at the moment we don't know. There is a chance we might even actually get some news. If it does happen, there's a chance we could potentially get it after the deadline as well today. But then that doesn't help us. So yeah. Who do you buy for -4 by selling Rich James? Feeling punty for this game week. I have Wan-Bissaka. You have Wan-Bissaka? Oof. I don't know if Wan-Bissaka will start both games, but fair enough. Punty. If you're feeling punty for this game week, Doherty is a decent shout. If you're feeling punty, that is. Doherty is not a bad shout. Will they keep a clean sheet in both games? Probably not. I'm assuming you already have Trippier, you already have a Shaw. And if you have those two already, Doherty is not a bad one. City, I can't really actually know who is going to play full 90 minutes in both games, so it's very hard to suggest. Bro, would you start Odegaard ahead of Almiron or Martinelli? Ooh. This is a tough one. I would probably start him ahead of Martinelli, maybe, because I think the Fulham versus Newcastle game is not a bad game for Almiron. So maybe over Martinelli, I'll start Odegaard, but that's a very tough one to be honest. So maybe over Martinelli. But that's a tough one. Can you give me advice for my team? I am 102nd in the league. Let's have a look. Let me bring the comment. For -8 and have 2.6 million in the bank. I got rid of Koulibaly for Shaw and Trossard for Kulusevski. Ooh, okay. I would do Andres to Mahrez and bench Martinelli this week instead of doing Salah to De Bruyne and playing. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad set of moves, Alex. Not a bad set of moves. Should I make another transfer for -8 and have 2.6 million in the bank? You've done Koulibaly for Shaw and Trossard for Kulusevski. I'm assuming you're starting Walker? Yes? Starting Walker over Shea Adams, probably? I don't really think you need to make another 2.6 million in the bank. Nothing really that stands out that you kind of need to make as a transfer. I mean, Spurs players, you already have Kulusevski, so nothing really stands out. I don't think you need to take another hit, Rian. I think that's pretty decent. You probably don't need to take another hit. It's not a bad team, given the moves you mentioned as well. For the right centre back position, Stones versus Diaz versus Akanji, whereas left centre back position is liable for Laporte versus Ake. And also Laporte injury situations, so maybe Ake is slightly more this thing over there. But we have seen Akanji play that left centre back position as well, right? And Ake play the left back position. But yeah, I think Ake at the moment, just because he's more fit compared to Laporte. Mitrovic, sellers going to regret it. We will find out. Thanks for advising, bro. Keep growing the channel. Keep making videos. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, if you're new, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe while you're at it as well. Rested Mitrovic is dangerous. Fair enough. I agree. I will hope Newcastle can keep their clean sheet. I mean, a 0-0 between Newcastle and Fulham. Ooh, would I take that? No, actually, I don't mind Newcastle winning and Almiron getting a couple goals, Okay, thanks for the advice. Starting Walker, by the way. Yep. Fair enough. I think I'm going to do Darwin to Kane, cancel to Kanji, cancel to Ake or Kanji, and James to Shah or Botman. That sounds sensible. Big Nose Monkey. I actually don't mind those moves. Is Ben Mee a good option for defense? He's a decent option, but I think there are better options. Caden. I think there are better options. Toon get the win. Indeed. Almiron with a couple goals. Trippier being Trippier and racking up the 3 bonus points with the clean sheet. I'm happy with that. I'll take that. Because I don't think many people will start Almiron. Because they'll be in situations where they might bench him. So if Almiron can get a couple goals, I will be very happy. But Ben Mee is a decent option, but not a good option, I would say. I think there are better options elsewhere. And in most cases, a lot of people... See, I've been a 3-4-3. I think I've been on 3-4-3 since the restart, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I've been on 3-4-3 since the restart. I haven't seen a reason to actually go away from 3-4-3. Just because of all the doubles we're getting and whatnot. If you're on a wild card, would you move to a 3-meme or stick with 2 in Haaland and Kane? I don't mind sticking with 2 as well. 3-meme, I'm guessing you'll move... You could actually do a 3-meme and still have a good squad. It's just because that's how cheap some of the players who are performing right now are. I mean, you could do that. I still don't mind just keeping a 2-meme case. I know I am well aware that I'm right now in a 3-meme state, but I don't think I will be in a 3-meme state for too long. I think that third premium, whether it is De Bruyne or Kane, most likely De Bruyne, will change based on the double game weeks that get announced. The De Bruyne could go to Salah, and then it could go back to De Bruyne, and then it could go to some other midfielder. That kind of spot will probably change quite often. So I wouldn't nail myself to a 3-meme if that's what you're asking. Like, I wouldn't be confident of always being on a 3-meme. The other thing is, I will tell y'all, if y'all haven't activated your wildcard yet, save it. Do not activate it. Don't do it for Game Week 20. If you've already done it, it is what it is. But I would save your wildcard because you're going to need it come after Game Week 28. You're going to need your wildcard. Because there's going to be quite a lot of doubles that come during that time. And there's going to be quite a lot of blanks that also come during that time. So I would save your wildcard for that time. Are you transferring out Cancelo? No, not at the moment. Because of the fact that I don't think I can find another defender at the moment that I want who is worth a hit. And also I'm like, Cancelo is most likely going to end up with like 2 points, 1 point for each appearance. And I'll just take that instead of like taking the -4, So I'm happy to kind of keep it at the moment as it is. I'm stuck with Cancelo, Salah, and Nunes. Have no Man United assets. Should I wildcard or do Kane and Rashford for Salah and Nunes? Just do Kane and Rashford for Salah and Nunes. Abhimanyu. Welcome to the Football Chatbox, Vijay. Just do Kane and Rashford for Salah and Nunes. And also, Nishal, welcome to the Football Chatbox. Cancelo to a defender other than Trippier and Shaw for a -4 hit. If you wanted a City defender, you could go for either Ake or Akanji. If you wanted a non-City defender, you could go for a Botman, but keep in mind that they do blank in Game Week 25, or most likely blank in Game Week 25. Apart from that, I'm assuming you already have a Ben White in your specific case. If you have an Arsenal defender, yep, I think everyone probably has an Arsenal defender. So after that, I mean, if you wanted to be quite punty, you could probably go Doherty. That's a possibility. Salah to KDB for a hit. I don't mind doing it because I think it's not a bad move, to be honest. I think it could pay off. Especially if Salah doesn't get a double in 21, which doesn't seem like it's happening. With no premium defender, mid-price midfielder stepping up, a surgery for -8 for premium with cancelled downgrade and Mitrovic to Kane, worth the hit, or is it too aggressive? I don't think it's too aggressive. I think it could pay off. It's just that, you're doing cancel or downgrade. So, I mean, the only reason you're downgrading cancel is so you can afford Kane, right? So it's not a bad move. Maybe it pays off. You never know. Is Doherty a good option? For this game week, probably not. Just because I don't see them actually keeping clean sheets in both of the games. But Fulham game maybe is a decent option. He's a punty option. I'll tell you, he's a very punty option. Emir, welcome to the Football Chatbox. Martial or Tony? At the moment, I will unfortunately have to say Tony, just because of the fact that Martial injuries is a bit of a concern. Like he's trained obviously, but he's carrying a slight knock, so we don't really know whether he'll play or not. If I knew he was going to play, then I would recommend Martial. If you're willing to take the risk, you could go Martial, but at the moment we know Tony's going to start the game, and Tony has good fixtures as well, so I'll probably go Tony. Sell one of Mitrovic or Nunes. Sell Nunes, because it seems like we don't know how long Nunes is actually out for. What's Kane's record against City? He always goes against Arsenal. He does have a good record against Arsenal. In terms of against City, let's have a look. Let me have a look if I can find it. I don't know if... not going to be easy to find that. Let's see. Oh, we do find it. It's very easy. Who would have thought? Okay, here's Harry Kane's record versus Manchester City. Let me bring the comments back up. Harry Kane's record versus Manchester City includes 12 Premier League games, 4 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses. Doesn't matter about that, but 4 goals and 3 assists. That's his record against Manchester City. In the last couple, he's had... this is Champions League, doesn't really matter. League, this is the latest league ones. He scored 2 goals in the last one, wasn't in the squad in the previous one. Didn't do anything in the 2021 set he scored. This was a 1 assist, if I'm not mistaken. This is the assist column. Yes, 1 assist here. And then obviously couple injuries in the previous seasons before that. So it's an alright record against City. It's not an amazing record, it's an alright record. Darwin to Kane and Cancelo to Shaw or Ake for a -4. Darwin to Kane, yes, sounds good. Cancelo to Shaw or Ake. You could go Ake because it might pay off just because of the amount of games they play in the very short term. And also they won't blank in 25, whereas Newcastle could potentially blank in 25. Martial's XG is incredible only if he was nil. I mean, true, right? And only if he was a bit more fit, you know. That's the other issue with him. When Cancelo and Darwin to Stones and Kane, Ooh, early as I really wanted Kane and had 2 frees. Would you advise a -4 to move Stones on or hope he plays against Spurs? Who do you have on your bench, Peter, by the way? Also, Peter, welcome to the Football Chatbox. Who do you have on your bench by any chance? Kevin says -4 for Mahrez. Who are you taking out, Kevin? And also Shubkaran says, what are the expected points for Kane plus KDB plus Akanji versus Ake versus Salah, Cancelo, Mitrovic? Ooh, that's a tough loaded question. Let me have a look. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, let's try and find these expected points. It's a tough one. Let me read this comment again because that was a lot. Kane, KDB, and Akanji. So you have Kane. No, where's Kane? Where did Kane go? Kane 8.1. Ake was 6, and Akanji was the same thing. Let's say 6, 6, 12. And then obviously you had 20 points here. So that's a 20 point versus... wait. Why did I count? No, sorry. 8, 9, and then 6, right? So that's 14. About 23 points. Compared to Salah, Cancelo, and Mitrovic. Why is Salah low? Oh, Cancelo is going to be insanely low. Yes. Nah. The Kane, KDB, and City defender will obviously be way more higher in terms of expected points. I have Andreas, Bueno, and Patterson. Hope for a Bueno masterclass. That most likely isn't coming. To be honest, hold on, let me close my messenger, which is this thing. To be honest, you could pray and hope that Stones does play against Spurs instead of taking a -8. Because you've already taken a -4, right? Oh no, wait, you had 2 frees. Oh, wait, you had only 2 frees. The thing is, whoever you bring in as a City defender, another City defender, the chances of them actually kind of keeping a clean sheet is very low. So you can kind of hope and pray that he actually plays against Spurs. That's a possibility. And not take the hit. Or you could, if you wanted to do the -4 and just get like a Ake or an Akanji. No, I had 2 free and exact funds before. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, worst case scenario, you end up having Andreas coming on against a Newcastle, where Newcastle potentially keep a clean sheet. So it's like 2 points versus 6 points, but a -4. So you gain 2. I mean, there is a chance that it pays off, but it's going to be very tight. The points difference is going to be very minimal. So the question is up to you whether you want to keep Stones or not. The points difference by taking the hit and bringing someone else who will play 2 games compared to maybe having Andreas coming off the bench, it's a very minimal point difference. So I'll let you make the decision. It's not going to be too much of a difference. Okay, Akanji. Sifo. I would probably go Akanji just because of the minutes. He's more assured, or he looks like he's more assured of minutes, but Ake also not a bad shot. I'm slightly leaning towards Akanji at the moment. Darwin, Cancelo, Mitrovic out to Kane, Ake, Tony for a -4. Yes, that's not a bad set of moves. Thanks, mate. I think I'll hold and assess Stone's injury later down the line. Fair enough. Trossard requests to be sold in January with already leaving town. Ooh. See, but Deserby did say no, right? That Trossard, he's unsure, and like Trossard's like mentality and all of that, he's called it into question. Trossard is definitely out of Brighton at this point. He's definitely out of Brighton, by the way, by the looks of things. So if we have Trossard, I would sell Trossard. Ake has played all 3 games 90 minutes with the rest against Southampton. Fair enough. True. It's a very tight call between Ake and I won't be surprised if actually both of them start and we're just like unnecessarily worrying. Amit, how are we doing? Late for the stream, missed anything important? Nothing, we're just discussing like people's moves and whatnot. Nothing really important missed at the moment. What's your opinion on triple captain Haaland? See, my thoughts is you can captain who you want and triple captain who you want as well. Triple captain if you think a player is going to actually haul against the fixtures they're playing. Now, for me, my personal opinion is I don't think this is Haaland's best set of fixtures. I think United and Spurs as a fixture set in general is a bit more harder. This is not the same United compared to the one that got hammered 6-3. I think this is a much more better, improved United. So I just think the fixtures are a bit more harder. I think whether it's Haaland or whether it's a Marcus Rashford or someone else will probably get a better set of fixtures later down the line for a triple captain opportunity. That's what I think. But I can see why people will want to triple captain now and like get it off it because we don't know what we don't know. Like we don't know whether we'll get better fixtures or not. We don't know if Haaland will be fit or not. So I can see that reason as well. But personally, I just think that there'll be a better double fixture somewhere else down the line than what is at present at the moment. Whether that's for Haaland or for Rashford. Can you suggest any moves for my team? 1 free transfer, 0 in the bank, planning to save. I am 11. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, you're planning to save a transfer. Damn. When everyone's out here taking hits. Yeah, you're definitely in a really good position. Rashford, Martinelli, Almiron will come for Andreas, Salah, Mitro, Haaland, Kane. Yes, you're definitely in a good position. The only move I can suggest is probably Cancelo to Shaw. I think Cancelo to Shaw is the very openly standout move that I would suggest in this. Everything else is looking good. Yeah, I think Cancelo to Shaw, Amit. I can't see any other move and think it's worth a hit or anything per se. So yeah, unless you wanted to do Salah KDB for a hit, that's a possibility, but Cancelo to Shaw at the moment. Also, for those of you who are new, hit that like button, subscribe, and obviously let your friends know about the channel as well. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, so that's the plan. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. And also obviously answer the poll. Seems like Haaland captaincy is laid in the way, followed by triple captain Haaland. Interestingly, I'll be very interested to see what Haaland's EO will be like. What is everyone thinking? 230, 240 EO for Haaland? Possible, right? Triple captain Haaland? There we go. Yes, you can triple captain Haaland if you wanted to. I'll be very interested to see what his EO is like. 230 or 240 at least. By the looks of things. Alright, that's back to the team. Now, I don't think any of us really are worried about any early team news, no? If anything, we're all caring more about whether there are double game week news than early team news for the first fixture. Do-do-do. All right. I'm looking, can't find any. Nothing at the moment in terms of news for your double game weeks as well, from what I'm looking. So it is what it is. For those of you who haven't joined the league, make sure to do so. I think we have about 130 managers right now, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Yep, there we go, 130 managers. So make sure to join the league if you are new. In terms of cup, when is the cup starting? Game week 31. Okay, we have plenty of time then. Mike is also having a really good season. Third in the league. Just behind Zodiac. And then Arte is leading the way by a significant number at the moment. With Stones out and City need to win, guess Pep will go back to team which was in starting of league. Walker, Ake, Akanji, Cancelo, Foden. Pep does Pep stuff, you know. It's very hard to predict what Pep will start, to be honest. If I knew what Pep is going to play, I would tell you. But unfortunately, I also don't know. The thing with Pep is like, you never know, man. Like, he could actually start someone and we'll be like, okay, he's doing it. But then the next game, he'll go and switch it up and you're like, what are you doing, bro? So yeah, so Pep does Pep things. It's so hard to predict Pep. For me, I'll be like, Haaland, yep, you know Haaland's gonna play. Cool. Apart from that, KDB, yeah, cool, maybe. Rodri, yes. Edison, yes. After that, I don't really know. Maybe Grealish, maybe Foden, maybe Mahrez, maybe Bernardo Silva. The options are endless. Alright, cool. Now, because of the fact that we're not really too worried about late team news, we won't necessarily go till the end of the deadline. We might call it slightly early, but we'll see. Depends on how many people are also interacting and all. We'll decide whether we keep it till the deadline or whether we just end like a bit more earlier than usual. Just because there's no one really too interested in the first set of fixtures. Alright. I think I'm kind of settled with this team. See how it goes. White probably first bench just in case. Shalindra, welcome. Another Man United defense than Shaw. Martinez at the moment, just because of the fact that Wan-Bissaka will play the first game, and then there's a possibility that Dalot is back for the second game. So maybe Martinez, although to be honest, that isn't really a high ceiling. So that just keep that in mind. Big Nose Monkey says Botman or Shah when you take price into consideration. Aren't they in similar price? If I wasn't mistaken, I thought they were similar price points. Shah, oh no, they're not. Botman definitely 4.5. Go for Botman. That 0.5 can be very useful later down the line. So Botman definitely. What do you think of Mitro, Salah, Saka, Cancelo to Kane, Rashford, KDB, Buen? Ooh, minus 12. I'm trying to see what we can stop from doing, you know? So I'm... what can you avoid from like doing, not doing kind of thing? You know, looking at it as an individual hit per se for every one of them, they kind of will pay off potentially. I guess the canceller one you kind of have to do just because you're doing the canceller move, canceller to Bueno move to try and afford the rest, right? If I'm not mistaken. Can't really afford the rest without downgrading cancel as well, right? So when you look at it like that, yeah, maybe it'll pay off. Will Kane score more than Mitro? Possibly, yes. Will Rashford score more than Saka? Most likely. Will KDB score more than Salah? Maybe. And then obviously you have to do canceller to Bueno just because of the fact that you can't afford the other three if you don't do it. If I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? If so, yeah, I don't mind that as a minus 12 when you look at it. Yep. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, in that specific situation, I don't mind it as a minus 12, to be honest. That's not a bad set of minus. Like, that's not a bad minus 12. James to Botman, Canceller to Ake, Darwin to Kane, minus 4. Looks great. Oh, that's what a minus 4. Damn. That's actually pretty decent. I like that Big Nose Monkey. I do like that move. Yes. It's actually pretty decent set. I'll take that. That's a good minus 4. Not a bad minus 4. It's actually a pretty solid minus 4. Alright. I think I'm just going to try and see if we can find any other news. I don't think we can really find anything at the moment. Seems like there is no... Ooh. Yeah, can't find any double game week 21 or anything in terms of news for that. So will most likely be the case that We don't know that information. Willian has been playing very well lately. Yes, that's true for Fulham, right? The question is, can he actually get anything against Newcastle? I've seen a few people captain William in game week 20 and game week 19, so that was a pretty good move for those who did captain him there. The question is, can he get anything from in the Newcastle game? Probably not. Newcastle have been playing really well defensively, but I agree, Willian as a Fulham player has been playing pretty well. Ake or Doherty? Ake. I have a bit more faith in City compared to Spurs defensively. All right, cool. Any further questions? I think we might go on for a little more and then we might call it, because I think a lot of people have kind of like sorted their moves, made their decisions, and also like the first fixture is Aston Villa versus Leeds, so no one really is worried about early team news as well by the looks of stuff. And also, Ahmed, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I think we've got kind of all our information that we wanted. Doesn't seem like we have anything else that we need to worry about by the looks of stuff. The only thing is captaincy, where I think I'm just going to play it on Haaland. Although I would have loved to do it on Marcus Rashford as well. Alright. Cool. This seems like... Alright. One final thing. Oh, what was this news that I found? No, okay, that's not... Okay, I thought I found some double news, but nope, it wasn't. Anyways, this is the final team. For anyone who is looking, Martial, the only issue, but it is what it is. We deal with it. Haaland, captain, Kane, Rashford, De Bruyne, Martinelli, Almiron, Trippier, Cancelo, Shaw, and in goal. Hopefully he can keep a clean sheet against Crystal Palace. We will wait and see. In terms of expected points, this is what it's looking like from FPL review for this week. From Fantasy Football Scout, they've got Haaland as well with De Bruyne and Kane. Fernandes interestingly there as well. With Heung-min Son, Edison, Mahrez, Rashford, Foden, Zaha there as well. In terms of votes from FFS Scout, for those who are triple captainship, most of them no, 30% yes by the looks of things. And in terms of how many doublers people will have, between 5 and 6 seems to be a very comfortable number for a lot of people. So if you have between that, you should be decently fine. In terms of hits, not too bad, I guess. I was expecting way more -8s, to be honest, but doesn't seem like it. A few wildcards, very interestingly, which we've seen in the chat as well, with a few wildcards. And then captaincy, obviously Haaland leading the way, but Rashford also 18%. That's pretty high. And then, yeah, that's basically it. In terms of our poll, right now it's 50% on Haaland captaincy, 30% on triple captain Haaland, 14% on captain Rashford, and 6% on something other. I don't know who else people are captaining on. But I'll end that poll for now. So thank you for everyone who voted. I think we'll basically call it a day for today. Because the first fixture isn't really worth staying up that long for. So I'll probably call it a day. And I'll see you all for we'll see what happens in terms of content. There will be the podcast next week, and there will also be I should probably do a 5 things as well, but we'll see how the matches go. What are the matches like? Can I do a 5 things by Monday? Yes, I should be able to. Okay, I'll do a 5 things by Monday's last game. And we'll also have a podcast and a deadline stream ahead of Gameweek 21, obviously, which is at a much better time, to be honest, and people will care about the early team news as well. And then obviously, if you guys want some other content as well, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely create content for that. And if people like the shorts and the deadline newsletters that I've been putting on the community tab, then let me know as well, and I will continue to put more of that. So let me know what you guys want to see in terms of content upcoming for the next few weeks. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I think we'll call it a day here. So shout out to everyone who's in the chat, starting all the way from Shubharan, Ruhil, Roshan, Rosu, James, VL, Dom, Zachariah, Nanje, Reeve, Thunder, Adnan, Kaden, Siberian Tiger, Connor, Bora, Osama, Alex, Big Nose Monkey, Rian, Evan, Tin, Abhimai, Vijay, Emir, Janes, Peter, who subscribed as well, and C4, as well as Amit. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you all for watching. We will call it a day for today. But if you are new, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, hit that like button. We will be back next week with a lot of content, so make sure to stay tuned. And yeah, the first video will be 5 things we learned from Gameweek 20 on Monday, right? Having said all of that, thank you all for watching. I will see you all on Monday's 5 things we learned. And yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, everyone.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step.